Welcome back, fellow warriors, to the stage of history. My name is Cosma Jazz, and today I finally get to talk to you guys with some info surrounding the much talked about new system known as the Reversal Edge. I also get to talk to you guys about the rumors surrounding Geralt, however you say his name is, as a possible guest character, and how I think the game's roster and well as the system is going so far. Now, before we get into this, I would like to send a huge shout out to fandom.com for releasing the info on the Reversal Edge, as well as my boy Eddie, aka bakerr, for sending this to me via Discord. He has a pretty awesome channel where he does Tekken punishment vids, siege montages, let's plays, and more. I will link his channel down in the description box below. Please send him some love and tell him that you came from over here if you don't mind. Now, without further ado, let's begin. So if you have seen the recent trailers for Soul Calibur 6, you may have seen a random slowdown with epic exchanges between two characters where eventually there is a winner and the slowdown stops afterwards. This is called Reversal Edge. It is initiated with a winding vertical attack almost similar to an unblockable attack. From the article, it seems like this can be easily avoidable and punished, but if you get hit by it, it goes into the Reversal Edge state. The Reversal Edge is kind of like a guessing game using the triangle system that is a big staple in the Soul Calibur series. Triangle system, to be put to the point for the most part, is saying that X thing beats Y thing but gets beaten by Z thing. Now, if you would like to know more in depth about the triangle system, you can check out my basics guide where I go fully in depth with a whole triangle system with horizontal, vertical attacks and movement and all of that kind. I will link it down in the description box below. Now, I say guessing game because you can have to pick an option that a vertical or horizontal attack or even a guard impact in order to beat your opponent's option of a horizontal or vertical attack, or maybe even a sidestep. Now, thanks to fandom.com, we have a picture showing options and how they will play out in a graph that shows you what beats out what. I will put that right now on the screen so you can see it for yourself. Now, I found the best way to read this is from left to right. It seems like the easiest way for me to understand what is happening. Now, as I'm reading from left to right, for example, you can see that the A button, aka the horizontal attack, it makes the situation neutral when it's being hit by another horizontal attack, but it loses to B, which is the vertical attack. It wins versus kick options and sidestepping, but loses to CR, which is crouching. It beats BS, which is backstep, but goes into neutral situation if guarded. Lastly, it loses to guard impact. Now, you can follow the guide like that to see what wins and what doesn't, if you would like to. Now, you may be wondering, what happens if you and your opponent does the same attack? What happens is a clash situation where the Reversal Edge resets itself, and then you have to make another option against your opponent as well as your opponent doing the same. Now, if it happens again, everything goes back to normal and you are out of the Reversal Edge state. Now, you only get 2 bursts of the Reversal Edge state before someone has to initiate it again with their winding vertical attack that initiates it. I will link this picture also down in the description box below so you can check it out as well and read it for yourself. Now, as far as my thoughts of what we know so far, for newcomers, this might seem very complicated. However, I do believe veterans of the game series will be right at home because it's almost like using something you've used the entire time you've been playing the series. But fear not, newcomers. I don't see this being particularly OP. I do, however, see this as a fun way of getting newcomers to fully understand how Soul Calibur works by teaching them the triangle method in a hype way with the whole slowdown thing, as we've seen in Tekken 7, and also teaching them how to position themselves in the best way possible so they can get the best damage and momentum going forward. And honestly, that makes me very happy because they will pull more people to the game, in my opinion. Now, as far as Geralt goes, which I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, I'm not fully knowledgeable about the Witcher series. I know that there's books and it's loved by millions of fans, and Project Red, their team is legit, but honestly I just never got into the series. But as far as the rumors go, the thing is, if he's in, it's cool. I mean, he'll definitely bring a large fan base to the game, which at the end of the day is what I want, because I want this game to honestly be more successful than Tekken 7 was. That being said, I'm not particularly hype about him, in all honesty. I mean, if I wanted to be really honest, I would rather have had Noctis in Soul Calibur than in Tekken, but that's a whole nother story in itself. Hopefully, he isn't just a dude with sword that's like, oh man, look at my sword, look at these techniques that pretty much anyone else in the game could possibly do. Like, maybe he has some cool, awesome moves, a cool rage art type attack, and maybe even some different weapons, maybe some hand-to-hand combat, you know, kind of mixing it up and stuff. Now, if you want to know who my top 5 guest characters I would like to have in the game, I will link down in the description box below that video that I made about a couple months ago. And just for a preview, just beware of Lu Bu. As far as the way as the game is going, I'm loving it. I mean, returning characters so far are actually returning characters and not weapon masters. Zasalamel is back, which people thought he was completely forgotten. The reversal edge is basically pure eye candy that at high level play I don't believe will be broken, and at low level play will be great for casual audiences. Visually, everything seems stunning. I mean, the hit sparks, everybody, the way it looks, everything. And from top players as well as big YouTubers like Maximilian Dude, the game seems to play well. So everything seems to be going right for this. And on top of the fact that I'm hearing that the roster is actually going to be pretty big. So yay for that. Now, my only worries are the online stability and the modes. Now, I'm hoping it's like Soul Calibur 5, which in my opinion was practically perfect. Very little stuttering and very little bad in the connection range. Like, you could play like a 1 bar and it was great. But then you have a game like Soul Calibur 2 HD and the online was, yeesh man, really bad. And now also with the other modes that I'm trying to talk about, like get a weapon master mode, create a character, maybe even a return of Chronicles of the Sword from Soul Calibur 3. I personally love that mode and how it was almost a whole nother story in itself. Now, I really hope we don't just get like the standard story mode, arcade, and online, because that's not going to cut it, I feel like, in this day and age, if you want to really sell your game. But more on that as we get more information from everybody as far as devs, events, and all that good stuff. But that is it for me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all learned something and that the info enticed you a little bit to maybe even check out some of the other games. If you're looking for a Soul Calibur fix, check out my Soul Calibur Legacy retrospective I'm doing on both Twitch and YouTube. I just dropped the first episode yesterday. It was a lot of fun. If you like what you see, please like the video and subscribe to join me on this journey to 100 subscribers, as well as to answer one simple question. Does your soul still burn? Bye guys, have a blessed day.